G'day and welcome to another edition of the BFNL Footy Show. My name's Yeendy, getting ready for looking back on another big weekend of BFNL football. I'm joined by the Operations Manager, Scott Carey. Thanks for joining us, mate.
G'day Yeendy, how you going?
Good, mate. How are you after shaping up to be another really good season?
Yeah, it certainly is. Another close one with some mixed results and probably a few that we weren't expecting. So, yeah, from a league point of view, we couldn't be happier.
Sensational, mate. Let's take a look at the first game. Lake Wendouree 6-point winners over Ballarat. Ballarat did lead by 14 points at half time. How did this one go down, mate?
Yeah, another tough one for Ballarat. They've been in a lot of games the last few weeks against top sides, but unfortunately couldn't get over the line for the 4 points. But they played really well in the first half and up at half time, and it took a bit from Lake Wendouree to get back in the game in the third quarter, and then probably goal for goal, a bit of a struggle in the last quarter. But yeah, Lake Wendouree hang on for another win.
Nico Farrell's been in pretty good form for the Swans this year. He kicked another bag of 3, and he seems to be kicking lots of 3s and 4s this year for the Swans. Yeah,
and he kicked them quickly on the weekend, playing on Isaac Kirby, and there was a bit of a change made at half time. We put his brother Angus onto him, who seemed to curve him a little bit, which was fantastic. But he's a super player, Nick, and he's dangerous.
As you mentioned before, it has been a tough year for the Swans. Will they look back on the year as a season of missed opportunity because they have challenged the best sides but haven't quite done enough to take the 4 points in a lot of them?
Yeah, I'm sure a bit of that will come into it. I'm not sure what the mindset of Shane Hutchison and the guys was at the start of the year. They probably knew they were on the younger side and developing side, and I think they've made some giant steps. You may even say that they've probably gone over and above what they expected from the start of the year, but of course they've missed some opportunities to get some points and potentially play finals, but I think plenty of that's to come over the next few years.
Exactly, plenty of exciting things to happen there. And another interesting result, we have Melton South. They were 34-point winners over the Sunbury Lions, and what made this result even more appealing is that the Fevolution was not on show at Clark Oval, and South got the job done against Sunbury Lions. That probably one of the wins of the season. Yeah, and needed for the Panthers after a lean month and not too many wins coming their way. To keep in touch and inside the 6 and a bit of a gap over Sunbury, who are right next to them on the ladder, is a massive win. And yeah, without Big Fev at full forward, who was away on holidays, is a fantastic effort. Yeah, certainly right there, and a chance for their midfield to assert their dominance as well. And look, it says more about where South are headed to, and the Sunbury Lions, no doubt they'll look to bounce back. Probably a little bit disappointing from them too. I don't think they sort of expected South to sort of come out like they did, but it was a hard, low scrap for the first half, and then South managed to kick away in the second half. Yeah, good win for the Panthers. North Ballarat City talk about one of the wins of the season. So it was a big round of footy in the BFNL. They defeated Darley by 20 points. Scores were level at quarter time, and then City kicked away steadily in the following quarters to win that one by 20 points. Massive win for North Ballarat City, and I don't think many people at all saw this coming. Caps off a bit of a disappointing month for Darley with a couple of losses in there and the buys. So they'd be very disappointed with that and slip back couple of games behind Lake Wendouree and Bacchus Marsh, of course, but still cling on to that third spot, so can't be too disappointed with the season so far. But yeah, they'd be really disappointed in themselves for losing that one at home. And there's a chance that Brian Graham may see a limited appearance in the Devils lineup for the remainder of the year as well, with Essendon VFL side eager to get him into the team, which is good for him. Not so much for Darley, but a good opportunity to see one of our players in the competition step it up at a high level. Yeah, certainly well deserved from Brian, who was fantastic in our interleague game over Bendigo, and on the weekend as well in the Vic Country game. He stood up and was named second best in the senior side as well in a disappointing loss for Vic Country, but certainly could hold his head high. So just another achievement for Brian, which is fantastic. And I guess looking at North Ballarat City, they might leave their run a little bit too late, but their run in the last month has been quite impressive. So some within the camp might not be overly surprised that they're able to come away with the win, because they have been quite consistent and probably, like Ballarat, pushed good teams hard and very close, but not come away with the points. Yeah, exactly. North City have got plenty of quality in their side. It's probably things just haven't gone right for them for the start of the year and haven't got the wins that they wanted. But yeah, there's still plenty of depth in that side, and yeah, they're going to test some sides over the next few weeks. Another big game, Redan 11-14-80 defeated Melton 9-13-67. And before we just talk about the game, congratulations to the Bloods for getting behind the Matty Rewalt Foundation there. They had, I think they certainly did a couple of things on the day and raised a lot of money for that particular foundation, which is great.
Yeah, helped out the Robinson family involved at the club as well, which was fantastic. And the guys wore the purple laces on the day to show their support and raised a fair bit of money for the foundation. So well done to the Melton Footy Club on that effort. And
a little bit of bad luck for them on the day on the field. They started a bit slow. They kicked 7 points in the first term, and basically they were unable to sort of keep up from there. It was scores a level at three-quarter time, but one wonders if they had a kick straight in that first term, the game could have been right there for the take, and they may have even upstaged the Lions.
Yeah, absolutely, and I think a few Redan people would probably say that too. If they kicked, say, half of those or 5 of those in the first quarter, the game could have almost been over. They were that dominant without putting it on the scoreboard. So they'd be very disappointed with that. Again, another one of those sides that's had a good month, and to probably get over the line against Redan would have really topped off the last month for Melton, but unfortunately wasn't to be, and Redan just keep ticking along.
Exactly right there. The last game, probably the biggest one-sided affair of the weekend. Bacchus Smash 22-19, 151 defeated Sebas 11-7-73. Great to see the new recruit down there at Bacchus Smash, Del Papa. He stepped up and kicked 6 goals. Without Jared Maximo being there, who's on AFL Vic country duties, certainly a good effort by him.
Yeah, it certainly was. Del Papa the last couple of years has been fantastic up forward and through the midfield for the Cobras. So, just shows his goal-kicking ability for them. And, probably an expected result over Sebastopol.
Sensational. Well, thanks so much for joining us on this edition of the BFNL show. We look forward to catching up with you later on in the week.
Thanks, Yeendy.